All about shoes.
No one knows when humans first began to wear shoes, but it was very early. Even thousands of years ago, humans needed to protect their feet from things like extreme cold, burning sands, and sharp rocks. Researchers found that shoes long ago were often made from animal skins and plant materials. People started wearing shoes because they were useful, but then shoes became a matter of fashion. The kind of shoes a person wore showed how much money and power the person had. In ancient Egypt, for example, poor people either wore sandals made of grass or no shoes at all. But the rich and powerful people wore sandals made of leather. These sandals often had pointed toes. Pointed toes were for people with power and wealth. In Europe, kings and queens set the fashion trends in shoes. As in Egypt, pointed toes showed power. In the Middle Ages, the toes on shoes became so long that it was difficult to walk in them. Then, in the 15th century, King Charles VIII of France started a new trend: shoes with square toes. Why? It was because King Charles had 6 toes on one foot, and he couldn't wear shoes with pointed toes. So he started a new fashion, and because he was the king, everyone had to follow it. In the 16th century, rich French women started wearing shoes with very high heels, or with platforms that were up to 30 inches high. The shoes made the women look very tall, which was important to the rich. But those shoes were impossible to walk in. The women needed servants to help them move around. Sandals, pointed toes, high heels, platform shoes, square-toed shoes. Why do these ideas sound familiar? Well, it's because these same styles, which were around many years ago, are still going in and out of fashion today. The next time you buy those shoes with pointed toes or high heels and think that this is the latest style, think again. Maybe it's not the latest style, but the oldest.